Am I the a-hole for telling my mom I hate when my relatives visit us? So I, 18F, was talking to my mom, 57F, and it annoys me when my family visit us. Some context is important, is that my mom's side of the family lives about 12 hours away by car. We visit them a few times a year, and it's always us, me, my mom, my brother, and my dad, traveling to see them. Most of my relatives are wealthy, so they have houses and apartments with multiple rooms so we can each stay in our room. But it's not the same at my house. We live in a kind of small house, and we barely fit 4 people inside of it, however. My mom thinks it's a great idea to invite her family to visit us any time of the year that they find convenient. Now the issue at hand. Every time they come, they have to stay in my room, and it bothers me. My room is my safe space, and it's here where I can truly be myself, play games, talk to my boyfriend and friends, study, etc. However, when my relative come, they use half of my room with their stuff, and it suffocates me. I put up with this for at least 8 years, and never once complained. But this time is different. My grandma, whom I love very much and get along well, came to visit. The poor woman is at the earliest stages of Alzheimer's disease, so she is always lost and confused, doesn't know what to do and needs constant help. My parents expected me to take care of her as if she were my responsibility, which she's not. She is my mom's mother. I shouldn't be the one taking care of her. I stay home all day because I only go to school, so they figured it was no issue. She also sleeps in my bed, and I have to sleep on a mattress on the floor in my living room. For whatever reason, I stay in my room and sleep on the floor. She will not let me turn on my AC. Recently, the minimum was 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit. She doesn't let me use my computer or phone at night. She puts her clothes where mine is, and the most annoying part is that she messes with my things. She almost broke my belongings multiple times, and my parents didn't care. I pay for most of my stuff with my savings. Yesterday, Sunday night, I was studying for 2 tests that I had the next morning when my mom came and sat down next to me in the living room. We chatted, and I'm not sure how, but I managed to find the bravery to tell her that I didn't like when her family visit us since it inconveniences me a lot. She called me selfish and said that I shouldn't say that about my family. I could see that she was hurt by what I said, but I stood my ground and reinforced my boundary and told her that I would. Like, if they could ask me if someone can come to visit us instead of just telling me and expecting me to oblige, which I did for years. She kept calling me selfish and disrespectful and didn't want to chat any further. So, AITA? Update. I've been reading a few comments which I'm glad aren't the same as my friends and BF, who mostly defend me and don't give me a convincing perspective. But the more I read the replies, the more I feel I should clarify. 1. When my grandmother visits, since when is a very old world, I can't leave my house except to go to school. She doesn't like it when I hang out with BF and friends in their house or when they come to mine. She always gives them ugly looks, and I don't like that. 2. I and my grandmother get along fine and we love each other. I provide her with everything and anything she needs, and I never once complain about her request. But it bothers me that I'm the only one taking care of her as if I'm her only relative. 3. As an 18-year-old unemployed, I feel like she shouldn't be my responsibility because she is not. She is my grandmother, and I help her because I choose to help her, unlike my brother who disappeared to a friend's house. 4. My family rarely visit us. They use work as an excuse, but both my parents work 2 jobs so we can go to visit them and manage to do so. Most of my relatives are their bosses, and as an ignorant 18 years old, I think they can choose whether or not to work. So, am I the a-hole?